Okay, so last week of John Danaher's Kimura system, it's only taken us 34 weeks. Declan's flat on his back. So, we have done this technique before. It's just a roll through Kimura, but we want to be thinking about, rather than being satisfied with it ending up in T Kimura, we're going to stay connected with him and we're going to roll through and come up on top back into side Kimura position. Let's just say, so we know that back in week one, when we were attacking the Kimura, the two pathways was getting his arm behind his back and getting his arm and dealing when the arm was in front of his belly. Obviously, if he put it behind his back here, we're going for the submission. If he keeps it in front of his belly, it's more control and then going down a different pathway. So obviously from there, I want to step over Declan's head and getting on the power line, and then I have it. But let's just say I'm starting to get it behind his back, and I didn't get my leg over his head, and now Declan's sitting up. So we talked about when we were doing this move that I don't want to fall flat onto my back. If I just fall back and Declan comes up, this sucks for me. Yeah. Let's take it back a step, bro. So the second he sits up to here, rather than falling straight back, I'm going to roll over my right shoulder and we end up in this position. We're going to have to shuffle back a bit. I didn't abandon the arm behind the back. Okay, because if Declan doesn't roll now, I can still submit him from here. If he don't roll, bro, if I just go for it, I have it. But obviously he's going to try and get out of it by rolling over his left shoulder. And we ended up here. Now, this is not the end of the world. We have game from here. We are now in T Kimura. I'll control the elbow line. So if he does set up, I can bring my bottom knee in. Leg comes over the shoulder. I can take him back this way and we can start working the whole game, which we've already covered. But if I stay connected to him, when he defends the Kimura by rolling, I'm going to come back up into top and I'm back into side Kimura again, which would be the favorable position because I'm on top, if that makes sense. So how do I do that? The reason he's able to roll is because I lose lower body connection. So my quadricep on my right leg is going to stay glued to his belly. When he initiates the roll, I'm just connected to him. So I go with him and then I end up back on top again. So let's just say from the T Kimura position, I start to get the arm behind the back. Declan sits up because I didn't get my leg over his head. We've already addressed this. So I'm pushing with 2 feet and I'm rolling over my right shoulder. We just shuffle back and turn. Now, when Declan starts to roll over his left shoulder, watch what I'm doing with my right thigh. It's connected to Declan. So in other words, when he rolls, there's no space between us. So now as he rolls, I'm just coming up with him, if that makes sense. And now I won't make that same mistake again. I'll make sure that I get over his head so that when I start to initiate the arm behind the back, he can physically sit up. Let's just move back this way, bro. So it's just being more efficient. I mean, if we end up in T Kimura, there's more of a chance that he can get his elbow on the inside. Let's just address that. So from here, we just shuffle this way, bro. We're here. As I start to put the arm behind the back, Declan's sitting up. We're here. If he rolls over his left shoulder and I don't stay connected to him, look at the space between him and me. Before I even get to work my game, he gets his elbow to the inside and he can come up in the top position. Okay. So rather than take the risk, because that can happen just in the frenzy of a roll, we want to stay connected to him. When he counters by defending the Kimura, by doing his roll through, we're coming up on top. So we're here. I start to put his arm behind his back. He sits up. I start pushing over. So we just turn this way. Now watch. When he rolls over his left shoulder, my right quadricep just stays connected to him. So as he rolls, I'm coming with him, if that makes sense. Only now this time, notice the way my leg's already over his head. So I'll just now have to switch my base. And I'm in. Just one more time on that. So we're here. I start to work the arm behind the back. I'm about to step over his head. He sits up. I roll. And now, when he counters roll, my right quadricep stays connected to his belly. So as he rolls over, notice the way my legs have my left already over his head and my right quadricep is in the desired position. Try to sit up again, bro. He can't. And I'm on the power line, which is what we covered in week 1. So that is just timing the roll through so that we come back up on top again.